Hey everyone, we're going to try this again. As I recorded my previous one and we posted on YouTube, I got this wonderful message back that's saying that I am spreading medical misinformation, even though everything I have put in my previous recording was 100% documented and research backed. It just goes to show you that all of our now medical information is being censored at a high level. Freedom of speech does not exist anymore. And the only information that's allowed to be disseminated comes from you know who that pays our government very well. So just know that anything that's being now publicized, anything that's being now promoted, has to go through the scrutiny of the higher powers so they can determine if it is well or if it's good for you and for your family to consume. So again, Big Brother is now very prominent. So let's try this again, and we're going to eliminate the words. I'm not going to say them so that it does not get flagged. But in reference, what I'm talking about is the things that everyone does this time of year that has a little silver point on the end of it that has things inside it that is pushed through and put inside to your body. So those are the things we're referring to. We're going to call them the it. All right. So we can get past some of the censoring. So here's what we're going to roll through. And we're going to give you some good information because I think what I am presenting is going to be wonderful, hopefully game changing for you and your family to keep you healthy all winter long. So again, this just kind of goes back to is just to understand the mentality that we're dealing with when we're talking about people in the health society. I'm going to let you read the one here on your left-hand side. So hopefully you don't believe that everything being out there is for your benefit and is for your good, that you are consumers. And the more you consume certain things, the more money they make and the more money the government makes. So I go back to my picture here of the doctors that prescribe certain or recommended certain cigarettes because certain cigarettes were better for you. So the reason why doctors did that is because they were paid very well to make those recommendations back in those times. You think, oh, that doesn't exist now. We're living in the exact same world that doctors are now being told and forced of what they have to say and do because that's what they have to do and they're told to do that. So we're going to kind of leave it at that, and we're just going to move on. We're going to talk about bulletproofing your immune system. So there are a couple of things that we're going to discuss as what really causes a person to get sick. It's not the misbelief that's being publicized out there there's a germ. You come in contact with the wrong germ or the wrong germy person, that kid that goes to daycare or whatever that caused you to become sick, because that is not the case. Because how do the people that work at the daycare ever survive if all the germy kids at daycare are the ones sick all the time? How do teachers survive that run sick people? How do doctors, how do myself survive? I see sick people every day in my office. Why am I not sick every day? Not because of germs, because I'm exposed to germs. And then the other question is, where do germs go to in the summer? And the answer is nowhere. They're around us, they're on us, they're everywhere else. But why don't we get sick during the summer? Because we take care of our bodies. We do different things in the summer than we do during the winter. That's why the flu season is in the winter, not in the summer. Right? So it's what we do, not that there's more germs or the flu virus just shows up around wintertime. That's not the case. We're going to describe what that is. And there are three levels of healthcare that I want to talk about. Is we're going to talk about the treatment of disease. That's with taking antibiotics, all that stuff to get rid of colds and stuff, which we know you're just setting you up for reoccurring of infections because your body never gets a chance to be healthy and actually get strong. We're going to be talking about prevention of disease. Because what can we do to prevent from getting sick? The best way to get over a cold is not to get one in the first place. So prevention does very well, but what I want to focus on is promotion of health. Promotion of health is all about what can we do to make our bodies healthy and well at an elite function. Doesn't matter about preventing things. It's just how can I make my body as healthy and as strong and as bulletproof as possible. That's what we want to talk about, not even about the other two. But I just want to also let you know is there are two different ways you can get or you can get natural immunity. Here's a very good research article that shows natural immunity is way superior than anything else out there in the market. Even though it was told years ago that does not work, or your natural immunity is way weaker? And the answer is time and time and time again, amazingly, what God created always is better than what man will create. And it always works so much better, because here's what they found out is after you get it, you do get a increase in immune response. But then you look at here, actually 3 weeks afterwards, your immune response gets weaker than it was even before. So now it actually sets you up for more reoccurrence, which is what research has shown. People who get it also have way more chances of reoccurrence of illnesses in the future than people who don't get it. All right. So here's also the side effects and how it affects people. And this is actually called from VAERS. It's actually from the government website. Shows how many reactions were each year. And we will notice in 2021 is when, we don't know what happened, was ruled out at that time. And we saw obviously dramatic reactions, and up to as that many people died a year, or died, in a year, that did not have that reaction before it was rolled out. And that ended up being about 44 people a day, which was crazy from the it. All right. A lot of people think the it is what cured all these diseases, but I will show you on all 4 of these. You can see major outbreaks in all these issues. This is measles, this is diphtheria, this is flu, and this is scarlet fever. And you can see major reductions, almost 90% less issues showing up after it was also introduced. So we want to say it is the one that saved us all from measles. No, that's not true. Diphtheria. No, that's not true. Influenza. No, that is not true. Scarlet fever. Guess what? It still did the same thing, and it basically went away, even though there wasn't a it for it. So the claims that it is what saved us all, is what's this greatest thing ever, and has this great track record of, being this savior of all of us. And the answer is no. If you look at the research, it shows that's not what the case is. We also know is there's a big push for way more its to be rolled out. So what we know here is there's a brand new Pfizer vaccine that's actually going to be given to babies in utero. Yes, they're going to be injecting mothers and into their womb this vaccine to be able to give to kids to prevent RSV down the road. Kind of scary that we're actually even talking about that. But there is a better way. There's a much better way. And we know that the immune system is the best system in the body, and is created in the body, not in a lab. So again, we talked about treatment disease, problems with that. Prevention is okay. That's kind of the scrubbing lotion. Let's make sure we're keeping clean, preventing us from contacting it. My question is, let's just get up to here. Let's just talk about the promotion of health. Let's make your body healthy and strong so you can live the life and interact in the world around you, because the world around us is contaminated with bacteria. But guess what? It always has been, and we've always lived, and we've always thrived. And I tell people is when you take a probiotic, you're taking bacteria in a capsule and putting it inside your body. And we know that is healthy. It helps our body, it helps our gut and digestive system. Bacteria are not bad. They are not the ones that are causing our illness. It's our weak body, it's our weak defense system that's allowing us to become weak. Because when we're created with this immune system, this force field around us that was supposed to bulletproof us from exposure. And it does, and it works brilliantly. And it's an amazing thing that keeps us healthy most of the time until we have problems, right? We're all born superheroes, but we become weak. How we become weak? Because we are trusting in other things to help us fight germs and bacteria and illnesses instead of allowing the body to work. So just like this is a quick example of how people can get things upside down. Fever, right? Talk about fever all the time. Is it a good thing or bad thing? It's actually a great thing. Fevers kill off germs. Heat kills off germs. Actually having earaches and stuff, that's mucus flushing out the ears to keep it healthy. Same thing with, even though it's unpleasant to have, again, a runny nose, but your immune system is flushing things out. Same thing, cough, colds, and we obviously know if you're throwing up, that's your body's getting getting rid of things. And we know if we're relying on over-the-counter medicine, that usually prolongs illnesses, that most colds last 7 to 10 days if you do nothing. Just let your immune system work uninhibited. Just do what you need to do, which is rest and eating well and all those good things, eating mom's chicken soup. Those all help you get over that in about 7 to 10 days. But If you reach for an over-the-counter medication, we know that a cold will last anywhere from 10 to 14 days. Yes, it's longer if you're suppressing the immune system in these reactions. I don't want to sniffle and snot. I don't want to throw up. I'm going to suppress that fever. All of a sudden, now you see things extend longer because what? You're fighting against the immune system, not helping it work better. This is another kind of, or American kind of pediatrics recommends, this is medical doctors, not Dr. Chris, recommends that it's a watch and wait approach when it comes to antibiotics for ear infections, because not only they're ineffective in treating ear infections, but they lead to reoccurrence of that infection. Again, medical doctors saying, don't give antibiotics for every time your kid gets ear infections, and let them fight it off on his own or get them adjusted. Don't get sick, you do sick. That's my whole philosophy is not that all of a sudden you get or come in contact with a sick, as we kind of said as we started this off, but you do sick, meaning it's something that you do cause you become sick. And that do is superheroes, what makes our force field down is kryptonite. We all know Superman can do anything except when he's exposed to kryptonite. And our kryptonite as human beings is stress. So that's what actually causes our immune system to be weakened. This is what stress does in your body. All these things increase, all these things decrease. We know blood sugar, muscle tone, heart rate, blood pressure all goes up when we're stressed. One of the biggest things that goes down or suppressed when you are sick or when you're stressed is immune system response. So all these things go down. And that's why it happens. And we know why is it flu season and the winter time right after Christmas season, right? When we are most stressed out, most pressure on us, that again, we're eating the things we shouldn't be eating, we're thinking the thoughts we shouldn't be thinking, we're running all over the place to make everyone happy. That's why the flu season shows up in January big time, because of that exact reason, not because the virus is more prominent there. So how do we start this? How do we get into that promotion of health level that we want to talk about? All has to do with having a proper mindset, having an attitude of gratitude, not just always be looking for negative things, vision casting, purpose. So we all know, talk about positive thinkers or have been shown to live much longer than negative thinkers. And this is one example why. Sleep is super important, people. Make sure you get your rest. There should be no excuse why you're not getting rest on a regular basis. If you get 7 hours or more, your chances of getting a cold are less than 17%. If you get 5 to 6 hours, it jumps to 30%. It doubles, and now it triples your chance of getting a cold if you get less than 5 hours of sleep. And you only need one night of that, people. You only need one night of that to actually lead to those altered changes. So make sure you're getting your rest. Make sure you're getting your sleep regularly, which is hugely important. We all know the do's of our diet. We want to make sure we get plenty of proteins, eggs, non-starchy vegetables, some fruit, natural fats, drinking or some nuts and a few seeds, and drink plenty of water. We all know the don'ts over here. Obviously, refined carbohydrates, that's anything that's prepackaged. Anything that lasts on a shelf for months or years should not be consumed by us. It's just not natural. Cereals and grains, stay away from those. Sugars and sweeteners, bad vegetable oils, includes all of those. Also, dairy products, make sure you avoid those, especially if you get pasteurized, homogenized dairy. Sodas, juices, and alcohol also make our immune system weak, i.e., Christmas time. Just think about that. That's what we're all consuming. But we know that there are lots of natural things that can boost your immune system on a regular, consistent basis. This is things that we use in our office and my staff utilizes, and that's what I use for all my patients. Just an example, a lady came in the other day and she goes, I've been coming to your office for 3 years, doctor. I'm gonna let you know I've not been sick one day since I've been coming into your office. And I was like, that's awesome. And I was like, were you sick before? And she was like, yeah, almost every winter I would get 3 to 4 colds every year. She said, now I'm not. Why? Because of the adjustments. We'll show that in just a second, plus also the supplements we're giving. But I also want to talk to you a little bit about how that works. Everyone gets sick. It's whether your body expresses the symptoms is the difference, right? We all get exposure to bacteria on a regular basis, but if our immune system is strong, that force field is up. Our immune system kills things off without us even knowing it. If our immune system is weaker and that bacteria and viruses get inside us a little bit deeper, your body has to use other resources like mucus production, like coughing, like your aches and chills, where your immune system is kind of trying to pull things from outside or inside the body out. that's when you basically are getting cold symptoms. So if your immune system is bulletproof, we're unaware of it. Every day our immune system is fighting things off and we just don't aware of it. What can we do with supplements or natural things to boost your immune system is using whole food supplements. You're going to find everything we recommend in our office is a whole food. And I tell people, how do you know if yours is a whole food? It's because it should list vegetables and fruit on the back of the label. If it doesn't, if it only lists vitamin C on there, then it's not from a whole food. It's coming from a synthetically derived in a lab that uses chemicals or using heat, processing it from either corn syrup or petroleum oil is where they're deriving a lot of vitamins from. So it's kind of crazy that we even think that we're kind of people relying on those things to make them healthy. So here's our top 3 products that we recommend is kind of being proactive, not reactive. These are things to boost your immune system. We know over here on the left-hand side is your Active D, having vitamin D plus K2. Make sure yours has K2 along with the vitamin D to make sure it's absorbed the right way is the most thing to boost that immune system. We also know there's Cataplex ACP. This actually has vitamin A, which a lot of people miss. Retinol is one of the best things for your immune system. C, whole food vitamin C, and also P, which is actually a rutin factor, which also boosts your immune system. So this is a great product and it's whole food. Quickly, ascorbic acid is not the same as vitamin C. If you look at your vitamin C bottle, it says ascorbic acid, throw it in the trash. I want all of you to do research. You're obviously watching this on a computer. Google it right now. Vitamin C, whole food vitamin C versus ascorbic acid. You're going to see a long list in history where over 80 years they've been promoting vitamin C or ascorbic acid as vitamin C, and it's not. If you get a vitamin C or if you give ascorbic acid to someone who has scurvy, vitamin C deficiency, it will not cure them at all. But if you give them a whole food vitamin C, it will. Ascorbic acid is one component of an 8-component chain that makes up vitamin C. They found out years ago ascorbic acid can be very cheaply made. Whole food vitamin C cannot be. So they kind of have bamboozled people to believe vitamin C or ascorbic acid is vitamin C and selling it as synonymous, even though they're absolutely not. So that's why we've seen people all the time take vitamin C and are like, no, just take this product, ACP, even though the levels of vitamin C are way lower in ours than it is in their ascorbic acid one. And we're getting tons of results where people weren't before because you're getting the other 7 components that make the vitamin C work better. Then Imuplex. Imuplex is kind of like the catch-all and stuff. It's in a capsule that has everything your immune system needs. White blood cells need white, which is calcium, needs a bunch of minerals, and also needs a bunch of vitamins and stuff to really make it healthy. So we use Imuplex as kind of the preventative thing. So Active D on a daily basis, 1 or 2 ACPs is very good, and then 1 or 2 Imuplexes every day. Really just covers the basis, gives the immune system all the raw material it needs to be healthy and work really well. So again, it contains iron, zinc, copper, and chromium. How many people are getting chromium on a regular basis? Probably not, right? But it's important for your immune system to be there. It also has vitamins A, B6, vitamin C, and vitamin E in the natural form. So why it's important to get that on previous. And the next one is probiotics. Probiotics we know is a great product. We talked about that bacteria in your gut. When there's more good in there, it kind of pushes out the back. That's how pushes out the bad. That's how probiotics work. Congaplex is our product if you happen to have an immune reaction, meaning is as your immune system gets a little bit weak, all of a sudden now you're expressing symptoms. How do we encourage those symptoms? What we found out, the more you encourage those symptoms, the flow of everything, the quicker and faster you can turn this around. Literally, sometimes I have been at the office, I kind of feel things a little bit off, and I'll go home, take a Congaplex, couple Congaplex, go to bed, and boom, I'm asleep. I'm out the next morning. I wake up and feel like nothing ever happened. So it's really, really well. So I always have Congaplex at my house so I can take it as soon as I feel like I'm a little bit under the weather and it boosts it really quickly. So the next thing we're going to show here is immune balance. Sinus is the best thing to kind of help with you do have that congestion instead of reaching for an over-the-counter medication that's going to suppress your immune system. Immune balance sinus has an herb called Berber that actually helps decongest your immune system so you can breathe. and it's amazing. It's one of our most popular products. We sell tons of it over the winter time. So if you have that on hand, again, a little bit of the sniffles, take it, and it helps you breathe much better. And it also has other things to boost your immune system. It has your vitamin C, it has your whole food vitamin C, it has your vitamin D, and also some enzymes to help break up that. We also know detoxing can also be a very good thing to support your immune system heading into the winter months. So if you've not got a chance to do that this fall, we still have an option to be able to do that in our office. We do have detoxes available, 10 days, simple, easy. You knock it out, cleanses your body, anything that's clean, your car, your house, your office, anything runs much better when you're detoxing, but no one ever detoxes their body. So that's why it's important, I feel, on a twice a year basis to do a detox to make sure your body is really functioning at a high level. Why? Because we live in a toxic world. If you don't believe me, I don't even know where to start that conversation. That's like saying the sky's not blue, right? We're not on the same page because we live in a toxic world. What are you doing to take care of those toxins? But we also know too, one thing that's really, really important is the nervous system, because it's a stressful, or it's a master system of all everything in your body. But we know modern life is unnaturally stressful, causes a term called a subluxation in your nervous system. It's a breakdown in your body's innate healing ability. And we know by releasing stress in that nervous system, chiropractic promotes the immune system to function more effectively. That's not, this is a medical doctor saying that. So we're talking about the benefits of chiropractic care. So just like a circuit breaker in your house, same thing in your body. We know when your nervous system is overwhelmed with stress, causes the nerves to break down. It's not going to send the proper signals to your sinuses, your immune system, your glands. All of a sudden, now you have a weakness. That force field around us has now become weak. Things can get in, things can actually start to cause illness. But we know chiropractic and immune function have a close relationship. Chiropractic patients were shown to have over 200, some even research showed 400% greater immune competence than people who don't get adjustments. We also know chiropractic had a huge success rate during the last pandemic, but if we even go back and look at the previous pandemic in 1918, people under chiropractic or people under medical care, 1 out of every 17 died, but out of chiropractic care, it was actually 1 out of almost every 900 patients. So that was the amazing portion of it. They kept lots of statistics and records, and we're going to start to see a few more of those coming out from the most recent one. Chiropractic patients are way much better off, have much more success rate than treating someone with medicine. That treatment of disease, we want to be in the promotion of health, and that's where it needs to be. We also know too is again, the adjustments are the best way to get your flu right. So definitely boost your immune system. This says by 48% over the next 24 to 48 hours. That just makes your force field even stronger, even bigger. But it all comes down to stress, how we can minimize your body's stress. We have different technology here in our office. If you've not got a chance to see our PMF technology, you're really missing out. There's tons of research that's showing PMF and its ability to promote health from the inside. And what it does, it has a little you lay on a mat and it pulses this magnetic field through your body that really stimulates your immune system. Here's just a couple of research articles. Encourages healthy cell growth. We know here it talks about specific viruses. It also helps your body overcome that. There's just all kinds of research that's showing about PMF and how it boosts your immune system. So it's something I can't speak enough of. It's kind of a little bit of our regenerative therapies that we're doing here at the Live Well. If you have interest in seeing about a little bit more on PMF, you definitely want to check that out. Again, we have the special for people who watch this video. If you call, we can actually show and demonstrate PMF to you. Erin's really a person that uses or is part of our wellness center, and she utilizes all of our PMF technology. She's one that sets people up on those. So all you have to do is talk to her and just mention you saw this video, and we'll give you 3 sessions just to start out, just to feel and sense what the PMF can do. It's only for $99 for 3 sessions, which is a really good deal. So again, just remember, there is always a better way than the story that we're being told. And the story here is from Elizabeth. Being healthy doesn't have to be a one time, one pill, one appointment, one adjustment fix. It's a commitment to making good choices for your body every day, right? It's day by day making those commitments and choices. So we want to make sure we encourage you to continue to do what you naturally know is right for your body, but be consistent with it. And what we want to know is we do have some specials. I want to share with you a little bit of what's going on. We have some immune packs that's always available in our office. Just talk to our staff, or we have handouts that talks about the immune system. If you have health challenges with your immune system, there's ways and specific nutrients to boost that up. We've had great success with them. So just talk to the staff or talk to the doctors or call our office. I'd love to even get on a phone call and talk to you how we can help you out. Remember, we do have the 3 PMF sessions, and we also have a new patient. So if this is something you're watching, forward this on to your friends, family, so they can get some truth behind what really controls your immune system, how it works, so they can get healthy. And also, too, if you've not done the fall detox, there's still time yet. You can still pick that up and still get that done here before the holidays, and it's going to help you get through the holidays much quicker, much faster. All right. Well, it's wonderful talking to you, and again, apologize about the false start there. We kind of got taken down. I'm going to hope and pray, I guess, if you're watching this, it did get through, because we talked about it and not the whole word. So just know something, again, freedom of speech, not anymore. You got to be really, really diligent to understand who you're getting your health information from. And that's why here at Live Well, we're stepping up even bigger and even more and doing things and more things and more opportunities to teach you and lean into what is the absolute truth. Hopefully what I presented today just resonates with you of what you already know. I'm just proving to you what you, again, innately have been told, and then all of a sudden now told it's wrong, of how your immune system should work. The more we're exposed to germs, the better it is. The more we're around germy people, the better we are. We just got to support our immune system so we can do those things like myself and my staff do all the time. So we want to make sure we're just staying healthy and doing the things for you. So appreciate all you guys. Appreciate you watching this. And again, pass this on to people who can also benefit from this. All right. Thank you.